you. So, this is the making of a psychological thriller. Before I get into, talking about it, over past, let's say 6 months, I was just planning making a movie, and I stuck with that in the beginning. Now, quarter one, I started by, I knew I wanted to make a movie, and I knew I didn't want it to be short, I wanted it to be a little longer. At first I wanted it to be divided by chapters, like chapter 1 and chapter 2. As we see, I wanted it to be a little bit like No Country for Old Men, kind of like Rango. However, one important thing about this is that it says in the mind map psychological thriller, and like I was gonna stick with that. Like I wasn't gonna drop the psychological thriller. However, I started to watch movies, and I realized, hold on, maybe Rango, maybe I don't want to do that. You see these two movies, The Machinist and Insidious, they share something. It's a psychological thriller. Now, let's start with The Machinist, I guess. If anyone has in here watched The Machinist, has anyone seen that movie? Alright, then you know it's a weird movie. Like it makes you feel like you have insomnia. Like it makes you think you took the Thanos potion. So, Insidious, however, is a horror movie. However, I don't want my movie to be horror. I want it to be more like The Machinist. But when I watch the Insidious movie, has anybody seen Insidious? Alright, it's scary. The way the story goes in filmmaking, cinematography, I liked it. Not so much for the horror, but more for like the way they film it. Now, quarter 2, very beginning of quarter 2, fall, November, October. I wanted to communicate with people because, I need actors, right? So, this whole cast, this is the cast. As we see, we got Adrian, Longboy Tenzin, Queen, that's Barrett, hi Barrett, Henry, Brenner, Alex, Connor, and this guy over here sitting in the front. So, I obtained a cast of people, 9 people, and then I shared the plot in every script document because I wanted them to know, this is what we're going to do. And we'll actually get to that right now. So, script production. If you want to make a movie, you've got to make a storyboard, right? You're going to want a plot. You're going to want to have everything organized, right? So, like, for example, the stuff in colors, I color coded that. And you see at the top says day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Well, I actually wanted, the way I wanted to film this movie was, you don't want to make a whole movie in a few days. You don't want to do that. So, what you do is, what I did was I color coded each day. That's the plot. And then this, the small text, that's the actual script. And we followed the script. And I sent these 2 documents to the actors. I sent this to Brenner. And this down here, this is my original character named the Firestalker. As we can see, it looks cartoonish, but that character will be in this movie. Now, quarter 3, okay. Challenges while filming. As you can see, the consistency was not great because of weather. One day, it's just, a windy day, dry, then it's snowy, then it's a rainstorm outside, and you can't control that. When you're making a movie, right, and this capstone takes place, like the production area, quarter 3, takes place where the weather just goes all over the place. So January, February, March, April, that's like, it's bizarre, it's craziness. So, other challenges, access to technology. I planned to start recording January 1st, but because, there's only so much technology, so much equipment, right? I had to actually start in like the end of January, last week of January. Like I didn't really start recording until a month later, which was kind of bad. Also, that phrase at the bottom is so important. That's actually the most important thing. Anything for the video. Now, what does anything for the video mean? Well, you gotta kind of be logical. You gotta be smart, right? You see this, I'm getting buried in 40-degree weather in mud. That's day 4. Meet day 4. Day 4 sucks, okay? This, I don't know if you can see this little yellow dot. I don't know if you can actually see this yellow dot right here. Adrian's throwing a golf ball at my face. But it's okay because anything for the video. So, yeah. Okay, so basically this was how everything went. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Day 6 is a little hard to see. Day 6 and 7 were at night. The way I wanted to record this was it starts in the morning and it ends at night. I mean, going back to the last slide, challenges, right? That doesn't happen in a day. You don't go from you don't go to snow to dry to snow to wet to dry in one day. But I mean, that's just what happens. I want to play this clip just to show you. Also, just so you know, if you threw an actual golf ball at my face, I'd be in the hospital. It wasn't a real hard golf ball. It was made of the same type of material, almost like a tennis ball. I don't know how to explain it. My house, my property. You're not supposed to be here. So, yeah, but it's okay, anything for the video, right? So, oh, I'm not doing that. Okay, so this is the actual product. We're obviously not going to play this because this movie is 1 hour and 6 minutes long. I guess I'll show a clip, just so you see what it's like. This is Brenner, bald boy Brenner, puffy haircut Brenner. Let's show. What do you guys want to see? Beginning, end, middle, doesn't matter. Let's show.
Bald boy Brenner, that card.
We'll show. Well, oh, okay. Yeah, we'll see that. Where is this? Okay. Oh, nice. All right, let's go back a few seconds. We won't show a long part, maybe just a minute, right? I'm assuming it's gonna be around here.
Go. Guys, go! All of you, guys, go! This is my property! No, this is my property!
This is my place.
No, it's my property. No, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with it. You guys want to have the fort? You guys want to have it? You guys want to work it?
My fort.
I want to have it. Well, you guys are 5 years old. You guys are 5 years old. You guys are 5 years old.
My property.
You guys are 5 years old. My property.
You're on my property.
All right, guys, let's calm down. Let's start with you. Who are you?
I'm Rick. I'm your neighbor from the west.
The west? Are you?
I'm Damien. I'm your neighbor from the east.
You're too fat. I'm not fat.
Yeah, so those two bozo heads in the car, I guess I'll show one more part, right? Because it wouldn't make sense to just, show one area. Okay, the last thing we'll see is, show the fire stalker. Or we'll show me absolutely cutting Coin's head off. We'll show this. Okay, don't know why it does that. But this whole movie was, I kind of took inspiration from The Boys.
You guys are neighbors, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I got popped in this movie. As you can see, I'm mad that this ding dong doo-doo head decided to bury me.
What? Dude, I told you not. What did I say? What did I say about the fire? He just tried to bury me. You guys are. I see you. But you put some gloves on me.
Consider this a gift.
Goldilocks. So yeah, I absolutely popped him because he did that. Not good. So how I did this stuff? Well, just look at the symbols, right? Reaching out, I send the documents to people. Camera, I record, filming, and Premiere Pro, which is not my friend. That's another challenge. When I edit, you can hear me edit. You can hear me editing. That's how angry I get. Like, you can hear me editing, you can hear me filming. When I'm filming, I'm like a scarecrow. I scare birds away. I'm that loud. I'm not mad at filming. Editing is one of the challenges. So, again, this is what you have to do. You have to reach out to people. You actually have to be like, hey, I need actors. I don't have a bunch of robots in my basement. So, yeah. All right. So the collaborators, my teacher, Miss Lavoie, Bernard Patrick, Clint Higgins, Barrett Hilliard, Tenzin Davis, Adrian Robin Wesley, Devin Schetzel, Connor Martinez, Henry Escamilla, and then we got this Bob Ross. Oh, it's not that screen. Legend right here. Bob Ross, legend. He's a legend. Brenner is a legend. He's a legend.
I know he is.
He's a legend. Have you had the Brenner before? Thank you. You respect the legend? Thank you.
What does anything for the video mean to you?
But anything for the video for me is like a moderate sense. Like if we're going to anything for the video, we can do whatever we want, so long as we don't get hurt. Like say if I need to get stabbed for the video, I'm not going to do that. But if I'm going to be acting out being stabbed, then yeah, I'm okay with that. If I need to draw actual blood, I'm not doing that for the video. If I need to have like slather fake blood, then yeah, I'll do that for the video. Just keep it on.
All right.
Yeah. And nope.
What does anything for the
All right. Now, the toughest slide in my opinion is Global Citizen. In this movie, people get killed. Like, I stab people. There's nothing Global Citizen about the contents of this movie. There's violence. I'm singing Michael Jackson for a minute straight in the rain. That's not Global Citizen. If anything, that's the opposite of that, right? However, creation of movie, the creation of a film. How does this relate to Global Citizenship? I used to think, yeah, there's too much violence. However, the processes of making an idea come to life affects the future. Yeah? I think everybody should try to make a movie. I don't care how long it is. I really don't. I don't care if it's 2 minutes long. Everyone should try to make fiction, right? Fiction is important. So, when I talk to my Capstone teacher, I'm like, can I get rid of global citizenship? What's global citizenship about this? Too much blood, too much language. Yeah, there is. That is in the movie, but you don't want to talk about the contents, right? You're talking about making a movie, process, everyone's Capstone presentation. Like, I mean, you gotta go somewhere with this, with anyone's Capstone presentation. Same with making a movie. I think everyone can make movies, so it's important. Yeah, that's it. I'm real famous.
So you shot all of your content in 7 days?
So it wasn't consecutive days.
Right.
But yeah, 7 days we made this movie.
7 full days.
7 3-hour days. I mean, like, another challenge with this is scheduling. I mean, 9 people, we're busy, we have things to do, so yeah, finding that is tough.
What did you like? What special effects were they like practical done in the moment, or were they added during the editing process?
A little bit of both. I mean, practical effects in, for fake blood, I mixed food coloring with corn syrup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did you watch Scream?
Yes.
Okay, so they use that. I hope I'm using the right word. Viscosity? Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Corn syrup has viscosity. It's thick, sticky, and semi-fluid. So when you mix the red food coloring, and you mix a lot, you need to mix a lot. Maybe it's a little bit of blue because then it's dark, right? Blood doesn't look like ketchup. Or it shouldn't look like ketchup. So yeah, that was one of the practical effects. For the effects in editing, the Firestalker,
Okay.
which is Adrian.
What was something that like you didn't anticipate that you kind of had to like pivot while you were creating this?
Weather, scheduling, technology. I guess all the challenges, especially weather. It fills me with rage when I schedule a date to film,
Yeah.
and then it rains, and we don't have all the time in the world. Like, the Capstone has to be finished in May, and I got a whole month wasted on like crazy weather. So I basically had February, March, April to really film, because you shouldn't film in May unless you have to. I edited it, which was even worse than film.
What did you use to film? Was it just a phone or was it actually a computer?
It was a camera. Camera.
Did you have a specifically assigned cameraman or did you just have to alternate within your cast?
So, because Brenner is such a legend, he worked on this movie 6 out of 7 days. He was, part of the team for 6 out of 7 days. One of the days, I think he had practice or a race, right?
Mhm.
So the person who would record it on day 5, the day he was out, I think Henry. But every other day it was Brenner. Brenner's crazy.
Mhm.
So it's good.
What's something that you learned about yourself throughout all of this process?
Okay, something that I learned about myself. Okay. I don't know how to explain this. I guess I could say, and I don't know if the capstone presentation counts as part of this process, it does. Presenting is the easiest part of any project if you care about it. I mean, if you don't really care about something, you think it's hard, you're gonna be nervous to present it, you're not gonna know what to say. If you really care about something, you're gonna blabber and have verbal diarrhea. So, which means you talk a lot. That's what it means. You just keep talking and talking and talking. So I guess I learned that I really care about this. This is something I care about. And like I said earlier, you can hear me edit. You can hear me direct. I'm not an angry director. I'm not psycho. I'm loud because I like this. With editing, I almost broke a lot of school property. I was angry. I almost smashed computers. I almost took a mouse, bang! I whipped that on the table. I almost took the keyboard and keys were gonna fly, but I didn't do that because I have self-control. So yeah.
Did you let the actors ad-lib at all, or was it always
Absolutely.
just stick to the script?
No, yeah. Brenner is like, if he forgets a script, he'll hop onto his own script and make it work, you know? It's like, same with me. I literally call somebody Humpty Dumpty. That's not a script. I call somebody the Marshmallow Puff Man from Ghostbusters. That wasn't in the script, right? I say Michael Jackson, that's not in the script. For a whole minute.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a painful part to watch in Spanish. But it's okay, because anything for the video, guys. So, it's okay.
So now that this is done, Alex, if you were to if you had the time,
Yeah.
what's one thing that you would change about that? If anything.
Okay. I would change the inconsistency of weather. That was the biggest bad guy in this whole movie. Another thing I would change, make it longer.
Yeah.
I mean, my teacher really wanted me to shorten it down to 30 minutes, but I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I can't shorten it to 30 minutes.
So when you say make it longer, is that because like you?
I think there's a lot more plot.
Okay.
I mean, a lot more. However, I know like you don't want to extend it too long. You don't want to over elaborate because then that drags. You know what I mean? That's why like when you're writing on English paper, please don't elaborate too much. I understand if teacher wants to elaborate. I don't like that, but just something you have to do. Over elaborating. Verbal diarrhea.
I'm sorry, I asked a lot of questions. I didn't want to take away from anyone else.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You've done this on your own. It wasn't required for school.
Actually, I would. I actually already have. You know Josh? Beckon? Okay. So, for the past 3 years, he did a TV show called The 18th that had 6 seasons. Then his YouTube channel got terminated and all the things got wiped. That was a pop. That was a big pop to our hairlines. So, that was not good. We did make a movie called First Boy to Become a Hitman. That was not school. That's on, that's Josh's. He directed that. But yeah, I always liked making movies. I always liked making YouTube videos of me screaming pianos as loud as I could. So, yeah.
Who's your favorite supervillain?
My favorite supervillain? Well, that's an interesting question. See, there's a lot of good supervillains out there, but I think the one that is, more superior than them all is Thanos, right? I mean, we gotta be honest. Thanos is a legend, right? He's purple face, purple forehead. So, yeah. He's got a lot more purple than I have on my face right now. So yeah. Is class dismissed? No? Oh, I'll get out of this, I guess. So yeah, at the end. Who wants to go next? Oh, the next person is going next.
So, Alex, how much time would you estimate that you guys have put into this whole project from beginning to end? I'm guessing it's a lot.
So when you say like if you're talking about hours,
However you want to estimate it, I guess you're thinking hours or a percentage of your day, like over the past year. Like how much investment of your time would you say you had to make? This looks like a lot of work to me. Is it every waking hour outside of school, or is it like, just Saturday and Sunday, or is it like,
well,
a couple hours a day? Like, what would you say?
I guess if we think about, I guess I could split this up in quarters, right? First quarter, planning, probably took the least amount of time. I'd say, if we're talking about watching movies, which, guys, watching movies isn't hard, okay? It's not work, guys, okay? I just want you guys to know, watching movies isn't hard unless you have the attention span of like a 3-year-old. It's not hard, right? But, I guess, say, writing took a lot. I'd say, how much time? Well, that's hard to add up.
110 hours or something. You don't have to. I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking for like.
How many days? How many weeks went into this? If I was to make some, yeah, I'd say filming took months. I guess filming took a whole day. It took 2 months. It took 2 months. Writing took about a month. Post-production took a month. Post-production took a lot of time. Actually, I think if we're talking about actual just work, in my opinion, the actual work part was post-production. I mean, I was editing a 70-minute film. I had to trim some stuff. That was work. writing work, but it didn't. Writing and filming doesn't feel like work because it's fun. Post production, however, post production is fun if you're good, if you know what you're doing. I almost deleted my project multiple times, and then I also destroyed property almost multiple times out of anger. But you can't do that because it's a school environment. So I'd say about about that. About like
Put a lot into this.
yeah, there's a lot into this.
Okay. So tell me then, well, by the way, like, the fact that you did not destroy school property, I would say there's evidence of some global citizenship awareness.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find anything that I could back then to be like, what can I put down first? Because global citizenship slides, I mean, that's like, okay, what's an analogy? Writing a global citizenship slide about this movie would be like writing a global citizenship slide about a movie like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? Where's the global citizenship in that movie, right?
No one was actually harmed in the
Yeah,
film.
no one was harmed, and it has life lessons. Don't go into a barn when you don't know who's in that barn. Just like, you know, if people walk into your property, don't slay them with a machete.
Alex, I think you're a little hung up on like the category name, but even just that first piece where you have to demonstrate empathy, compassion, and respect in interactions with others, you had to work with how many people and respect their schedules and their contributions to the products.
Yeah.
I think you started to brush upon that when you talked about balancing everyone's schedule, but you definitely did show global citizenship within this project.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, you know, 9 people.
Exactly, and so you were respectful and courteous of their perspectives and their schedules and their time.
So yeah, that's Makeshift Trail. The QR code is in the art show. The poster is in the art show. Forest is on fire. That doesn't happen in this movie. Not clickbait. Barrett, you're a legend for recording this. Good job, Barrett.